One asset that was not mentioned on the strategic reserve was HBAR. Today we're going to be breaking down why Hedera might be getting an entry spot in all of this. My name is Paul Barron. Welcome back into TechPath. A lot happening around that. We'll break it down for you guys today. I do want to thank Coinbase for our sponsor. And of course, they've got a brand new website. You guys can visit Coinbase.com. Crypto is very simple. Buy and sell your crypto in less than 3 minutes. Very easy to sign up. And you can, of course, also earn 4.5% APY on your USDC. So you're just sitting there doing nothing in the Coinbase or in the crypto market. Your dollars can, of course, go to work. Check it out. Use our link down below. You can get it up to $200 in crypto to get started. So check it out. See what you guys think. Let's go over to a couple of the news items. Obviously, everybody saw this, and that is XRP to the moon. After President Trump said we have a crypto reserve happening, and all of these tokens will be in it. XRP, Solana, and ADA. We did a full video on this. Go check it out. It's a good insight to where maybe this could be going long term. And I think that's what everybody's looking at right now is long-term play and how this plays out for the market in general. Here's Brad Garlinghouse. He talks about this and he simply says, if we work together, and he knows what he's talking about, we can potentially get away from this issue, which is maximalism, which is the enemy of the industry's progress. So he's very glad to see POTUS, of course, recognizes that we live in a multi-chain world. Of course, you have to be there because Garlinghouse and XRP and Ripple have been positioning for quite some time. Here's another photo. Remember, this happened during the Trump inauguration. Of course, that is Mance coming in from Hedera. And I guess he's on the cool kid list now because we might see some movement here, I think, with Hedera. And as we paint this out for you guys, we'll get an understanding of why. I want to go to a clip real quick that gives you a little bit more insight. Take a look.
We took that step of being based in the United States against a lot of advice, or crypto projects generally back then. They were basically doing regulatory arbitrage. It has been a rough 7 years. Things have changed. I would say that the winds are now in our sails, and all of a sudden, crypto projects that have their bona fides of being in the U.S. are the cool kids on the block. And that's sweet.
And right there, CEO of Hedera says it's time for U.S. platforms to lead the industry. And I think this will be a big factor going forward, especially if Trump favors U.S. companies with any kind of incentive, tax break, those kind of things that could really jettison, I think, a lot of capital into the crypto market in general. Tracking U.S. government spending with the blockchain is probably simpler when blockchain is used as fees pegged to USD. Why? Because you don't need to overcomplicate things, and Hedera does this right now. So they're trying to get a little bit of Elon's attention right there. One other note is that USDC, the U.S. stablecoin, has been on Hedera since 2019, so you can kind of see a little bit more about their stablecoin studio right there. Following further into X is that Hedera and Swift have put together a package that essentially is going to roll out Hedera's blockchain in the use of Swift. And they're going to be doing some tests here, live trials in 25 with North America, Europe, and Asia starting with, of course, we'll see other banks moving into this. So it could be a situation that's brewing right here where Hedera and XRP are going to be going head-to-head, Ripple, on getting into the banking system for sure. You look at the council, though, this is another factor that you have to kind of consider with Hedera, is that 13 of the current members are headquartered in the United States. And a lot of these companies you'll recognize, Dell, Boeing, Avery Dennison, you get the picture, T-Mobile, etc. The point is that we could have a governing council that continues to show benefit of U.S. companies on a U.S. blockchain. And of course, that's what President Trump is all about, is make America great again and America first. The other thing that plays into this is the technology advancement. And this is where I think the alignment with what's going on right now as Trump did his announcement today on the investment on Taiwanese chip makers coming to the United States. Well, SealSQ is one of those who is starting to really go into quantum computing, and it is a reality. Let's go to a clip real quick to give you a little bit more information. Take a look.
Quantum computers has unlimited computing capability. They can break all existing cryptos, RSA, triple DES, your credit cards, your medical records, your hospitals, your airports will be compromised. And our objective is to put this technology in the United States. We have established presence in the United States with SealSQ USA in Arizona. A new chip, which is going to become the beginning of a new generation of computers. The computers that you will see in 5 years' time will have that electronic and chip inside. And that will create a situation where we will be able to defend the world against quantum. We need one country in the world that will lead the others in order to defend ourselves to what is coming. And therefore, you need to organize your defense mechanism. This is like a virus coming and you don't have a vaccine to fight the virus.
NASDAQ is exceptionally proud to be your partner, and we look forward to supporting you for many, many more milestones.
Very interesting stuff, because you compare what happened in the late 2000s with the fabs in New Mexico, Albuquerque, New Mexico. You had Intel that was building out there in a very big way. Of course, they created some of the biggest fabs in the world. Now you've got Taiwan moving chip manufacturing, and SealSQ or SQ also putting quantum computing chip manufacturing. Very interesting positions happening in Arizona. Then you have this tweet right here, and this was Elon Musk on February 22nd, put out the lowercase hash graph. And then you had Hedera respond to it. So is there something cryptic going on here? Is it possible that Hedera is being utilized by Elon already? Well, let's take a look. Here's something that they talk about that might give you a clue. Take a look.
I mean, SealSQ went to $1 billion market cap in December, and the satellite, we launched it in January. The electronics inside the satellite is SealSQ, because we are putting a post-quantum chip, which is the one that we announced last week in New York. And the identity of each of those objects is on a ledger, and this is what we are doing with Hedera, right? As we have now 1.6 billion objects, in the future will be trillions of them. And every single transaction will go to the ledger. After launching those, we develop a new generation of satellite, which are more sophisticated. They have a SealCoin wallet on it, so you can start to exchange SealCoin between the satellite. That's what we're going to do. We are testing that as we speak now. We're going to make payments from space, right? So that will be something very cool. And in the future, I mean, the moonshot of that could be bringing nodes to the space. This is the most sophisticated application currently running in Hedera, in the entire ecosystem of Hedera. This is something that attracts the attention of everybody, because once you solve a problem in the satellite and the space, you can apply that in many other places, right?
So everybody always asks, what does blockchain do? And that's the kind of thing that we're starting to see, the evolution of a lot of these blockchains that have been building for quite some time. And now some of these use cases are starting to come and become reality. Other things you got to watch out right here is 3 AI powerhouses now coming together. And of course, we've talked about this. Nvidia, their Hopper GPU architecture, obviously Intel's their Xeon confidential computing architecture, all starting to ride and commute utilizing Hedera. So a lot of opportunity here for Hedera to kind of move into this next evolution of technology. American Airlines, also a big problem right here, if you look at this, is that the CEO meets with Trump to discuss how to improve air traffic control. This has been a problem for quite some time, and I think maybe there could be something brewing right here. I want to go to a clip real quick to give you a little bit more insight. Take a look.
We should have had better equipment. We don't. We have obsolete equipment. But I think what is going to happen is we're all going to sit down and do a great computerized system for our control towers. And the first thing that some experts told me when this happened is you can't hook up land to satellites and you can't hook up satellites to land. It doesn't work. We spent billions and billions of dollars trying to renovate an old broken system instead of just saying cut it loose and let's spend less money and build a great system done by 2 or 3 companies, very good companies, specialists. That's all it is. They used 39 companies. That means that 39 different hookups have to happen. You need one company with one set of equipment. And there are some countries that have unbelievable air controller systems. I won't tell you what country, but I used a system from another country because the captain says this thing is so bad, it's so obsolete.
All right, so there's a lot in that clip that just weird, but it's the same. He's talking about drilling down to one company. He also used the term 39, which is interesting because there's 39 council members on Hedera. And then if you go out and look at 40 Sky, this is one of the companies, low altitude flight tracking for drones, but could this start to implement into aircraft? And this is where it gets interesting. If you look further down, safety and security secured by Hedera. A lot of things clinking together here, guys. Are we at maybe the beginning of something huge? Let's go to this clip. Take a look.
We just got up on stage after winning first place. So we're already in high spirits. And I just thought I'd check my emails, as you do afterwards. And we just had a notification come through from the Civil Aviation Authority saying that our project was successful. And basically what they wanted us to do is to upgrade some of the ATC services in 3 of the airports, small airports to begin with, in the UK using the Neuron edge network infrastructure. They loved it. And we're literally due to start work in the next couple of weeks on it. It goes into the airport's air traffic control tower, and then they'll be able to see all of the air traffic that's moving within those areas.
Let's go to the blockchain real quick. Exploring Hedera's blockchain, you take a look at the network Excel transactions over time growing. After their fee cut, which was occurred last fall, this, of course, has spurred more growth on it, including accounts. And this is the thing I think is going to also spur technology innovation on Hedera, which we've already started to see take place right there. I want to go to a quick clip that will explain a little bit more about why HBAR might be the first ETF. Take a look.
When the ETF?
Why is there no HBAR 19B4? If it's not a security, the exchange has to file an exception for you to list that ETF, which is called a 19B4 filing. We're in charge of the S1, but the exchanges actually file the 19B4. We also wanted to wait for the right exchange to work with, and we felt like NASDAQ was the right ones.
So it was NASDAQ, in fact, that filed the 19B4 several days ago.
That's exactly right.
Well done.
Yeah. The way that HBAR actually distributed its tokens in a fair way and registered actually made it not a security because you registered with the CFTC. And to my knowledge, HBAR is the only token that's done that. Just a really easy call for us.
Now, what do you think of the American first narrative?
My guess is there certainly will be some tax benefits for trading tokens on a chain that was made in the U.S.
All right, so that I agree with in the sense that, one, there are some benefits to an ETF here with HBAR being possibly the first. I still think it's probably going to be XRP. But if you look at speculation around this, then you have to go back to what Eric Trump stated. And he simply said that the president is committed to a U.S. crypto reserve, which we now see is happening, and capital gains reduction. This would be huge if in fact we saw that capital gains were actually created either through a loophole or some sort of incentive on American companies like XRP, like HBAR. All of this would be, and here's the kicker. What he stated was while non-US based projects face a 30% tax. So that would be a big, big deal as we go forward in this market. Other things I want to hit on right here, of course, was this point that is happening also on Hedera. Now, you guys have heard many projects that start, well, Tune FM is one of them. And this, of course, is Snoop Dogg. He's talking about, hey, I'm not going to mess around with Spotify anymore. I'm only going to go on Tune FM. This could be a factor going forward because if you look at just what's been going on in Web3, remember Snoop Dogg has been very Web3 forward, but he is now starting to partnership with Tune FM. And within this, there's a couple of points I want to hit on. The decision to partner with the platform came after meeting Tune FM founder Andrew Antar at the Crypto Ball prior to President Trump. So this is moving quick. This only happened last month. We can share that major distributors and labels are increasingly coming on board to upload catalogs that have long been under-monetized. So if you go over to the website, Tune FM, you can see a little bit more, but the big one, powered by Hedera. So more opportunity, especially in the entertainment space. Now I want to jump over to Kid Rock. So this was a headline right here. Kid Rock meets with incoming Attorney General, open account of, you know what, on scalpers, bots, etc. He's after the ticket guys. And when you look at, he's talking about who's ever in charge wants to help fix this, get your butt to the table. Otherwise, don't find out. The point being is they're going after all of these crazy ticket scenarios. And we've talked about this many times with different blockchains that could solve this. And are we on the verge of that actually happening? I want to go to a clip that will give you a little bit more insight. Take a look.
I've actually talked to several of them about really taking a hard look at Ticketmaster. Like, they have a monopoly. The government says we're going to do it, and they're not doing shit. And these bots are out of hand.
And the fees are $60.
No, they're $120. And Joe Biden's out there talking about like, oh, we got it under control. All he did was make them print what the fee is.
Right.
Not like change it. No, you just have to tell people where you're fucking them. The problem is Republicans too. This is one thing where I'm more, leaning left on this because I'm a capitalist, and a lot of conservatives, we free market capitalism. I'm like,
right.
This is out of hand. This is a place where regulation makes sense. And this is something maybe I can actually try and do because it's something I know something about.
So there you go. You've got Kid Rock, and he's loud enough, guys. He's loud enough to possibly pull something like this off. And if it does happen, blockchain will be the solution. Hedera could be one of the things that really plays into that. We'll take a quick look at the chart. If you go to HBAR right here, after the little bit of move over the weekend with the Trump announcement, of course, it has retraced back down to around 22. But if you look at HBAR in general, this is on the daily. I'll go to the weekly here. You can kind of see, zoom out a little bit. I mean, HBAR has had a pretty significant high, but this could be dwarfing the opportunities that they've had and now have in the market. And they've been talking about this for a very long time, these governance councils, all these members, now a lot of this new advancement within the chip business, a lot around tracking most of what we're going to see on the blockchain in terms of large transactions, especially if we get into things like space, whether it's through satellites and now into quantum computing. There's a lot of things that are going the right direction for Hedera. So check it out. Let me know what you guys think. Drop some comments down below. And of course, make sure and follow me out there on X @Paul Barron. We'll catch you next time right here on TechPath.